Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day. It is actually a little after midnight on this day. And of course I am up and working, trying out a new lighting configuration. We'll see how that works out. I spent some time, as you saw from the last video blog, with my friend Jeff Southwick, and it seems to be a weekend thing, since I don't really get that many weekends off. For me, it's play, being able to discuss media stuff and just hang out and kick it with him. And of course, we talk about sound equipment and all the social media stuff that I've been doing. And that's play for me. So I get to do that on my weekends off for just a few more weeks. And tonight I wasn't really sure, or actually this morning I wasn't really sure what I wanted to talk about, but it is Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. A great man, a great American, in my opinion, and I think the opinion of many. And definitely put himself out there, put himself in harm's way, in a peaceful way, and would suffer that sacrifice for it. How often are we called to greatness? How often do we feel like we are born to greatness? I think that he just saw a need for it, a vacuum for it, and he had the impetus within him to step into that role. And I think that's true of many of us. Often, and I can't remember the quote. I think it was a Harry Potter quote, where often, there are those who have greatness foist upon us. So, what are you going to do? What's your part? What's your peaceful part in moving this world forward, your generation forward? How are you going to change the world and better mankind? We all do our parts. You start small. You start small with your family and your friends, and then hopefully that reaches out and extends to other people and eventually touches the world. But you start small, at home. You start even smaller. You start within yourself. You start by mastering yourself, that madness and that anger that sometimes rages within all of us. You start by mastering that and finding another way, a peaceful way. I really like Carlos Mencia's attitude of friends mess with each other, not his words. He uses different words. Friends mess with each other, and I think that is okay. I think that is a good thing when we all get to that point where we can all joke with each other about the differences that make us great. White America, Black America, Chinese world, Native American or Red Man world, or whatever the terms that you want to use. When we're all friends, it's all okay. It's okay to point out the differences and joke with each other when it brings each other together. But what are you going to do to make that stand for those people who are different than you on a day when you don't feel like it? And be able to call them brother and be able to stand up with them or stand up for them and say, no, this is not okay, that this person is treated like this. I certainly wouldn't want to be treated like that. I don't believe that this person should be treated like this. I don't care what color the skin, belief system, creed. I don't care. In a world that is often too angry, we have to learn to love ourselves and to love each other. What is the stance you're going to make? What is the difference you're going to make in this world? On Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday, I'm sure I haven't said this well, and you can get caught up in some of the terminology I've used and some of the words I've used, or you can look to the spirit of this message. And this is one of my ways of reaching out and saying, I don't care what color you are. You're my friend. I don't care what your religious belief, as long as you don't hurt other people. You're my friend. I don't care who you choose to love, as long as you're not hurting anybody. You're my friend. That's my stand. That's my belief. And I hope it is yours as well on this auspicious, I hope I know the, the meaning of that word and I'm using it right, on this auspicious day, on this great American's birthday, who has touched the world, because we're not an isolated country either. We are part of a global nation, a global community. So, begin within yourself. You know, one of the ways to do that is go out and take a trip. Once you expose yourself to the world, you start opening your mind to it. Begin with yourself, and then with your family and friends. You know, and if you see wrongdoing, help correct it. If you find yourself doing it, help correct it, because it's all within us to do that. I mean, yeah, even with the best intentions, you're still going to step in something nasty. So, do what you can. Do the best you can. And make this world a better place. Help leave it better than you left it, or than it was when you got there. Happy Martin Luther King Jr. birthday. And welcome to my modern world.